Welcome to all traders on our Focus Trader channel. We are very happy to meet you here. Before we begin, we would like to invite you to our Discord group, where we with more than 100 other traders discuss individual situations. But it's not just about situations, we also share very important know-how and other tips and advice. The biggest bonus is the direct contact to Focus Trader mentors who can help you almost any time. And the main thing, you can get a free trial for a week on all the indicators that Focus Trader has developed. But now let's move on to what today's video is going to be about. 1. Why didn't we enter the trade when our indicator was showing a buy signal? 2. Why is this a textbook entry? 3. Why didn't we enter the trade when our indicator was showing a sell signal? 4. The most important thing at the end. Very important know-how that you need to know. All the trades you will see in today's video were made using our BOS Trader indicator, which we have been developing for several years to provide only the best signals that are very likely to end in profit. Since trading the Forex markets is not an exact science, but every situation is different, we still have to approach each situation individually. We trade with a risk of $250 per trade. The settings of the BOS Trader indicator we had were as follows. Bars after liquidity grab we set to 50, left bar/right bar structure to 1, type of structure to default. Liquidity mode is set to left bars/right bars, PVH/PVL to 20 and timeframe to 30. Max hourly duration is changed to 15 and area of interest is changed to 1.5. Other settings are default. Now let's move on to the most important thing, which is the analysis of the GPUST market and the situations that have occurred here. Our trading day starts at 8 o'clock, UTC+1. From this time on, we are looking for opportunities that could be traded. The first opportunity that presented itself was around 8:30 a.m., where there was a nice liquidity pick. After the liquidity was collected, buyers came in and pulled the price up. With the break in the market structure and the subsequent pullback, we saw an area of interest. In it, a beautiful buy signal was plotted, which we were able to trade without a single hesitation. There was no dangerous liquidity or any significant obstacle, so the price could continue upwards at our discretion. We set the stop loss in the middle of the area of interest and the take profit above the top liquidity. Liquidities can serve perfectly as placement of take profits, and the reason is that traders very often want to collect these liquidities and fill pending orders, whether they are stop loss or limit orders. So price has taken a take profit for us. Since the take profit was placed at a risk-reward ratio of 1:2, we cashed in a profit of $500. The next situation arose around 9 a.m. However, we did not want to trade this situation, and the reason is that when the price was returning to the area of interest, the sellers were very strong here and the reversal occurred below. Hence, we were afraid that traders would want to take out liquidity underneath as well, which is what subsequently happened. At 9:30 a.m., traders decided to grab the liquidity in question. Since there was no more liquidity nearby underneath, we were able to enter the area of interest that appeared later. The entry signal here was very nice. The candle was reaching a large size, so we could know that there were many buyers. So we entered the trade. Since there was no liquidity nearby, we had to look at the volume profile to see if there was a big obstacle in front of us. And there was. So the POC, or point of control, showed us where the reaction was likely to occur. Hence, we placed a take profit below it and waited to see if the price would approach here. We placed the stop loss at the lower boundary of the area of interest. The buyers were very strong here, so almost without stopping the price reached our take profit, and with a risk-reward ratio of 1:3 we made another $750. We did not enter the situations that took place from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The first situation on the chart at 11:30 a.m. was not traded due to the fact that a small consolidation had formed and a large amount of pending orders had accumulated below it. We did not enter the trade with the concern, which was subsequently filled at 12:30 p.m. The situation around 12 o'clock was a little different, but still quite similar. There was still a large amount of liquidity and the probability of it being withdrawn was high. The situation at 12:30 p.m. was not traded due to the fact that we do not trade an hour before and an hour before the news is announced. There tends to be huge volatility during the news period, and there is a risk that the spread will pick up our orders, and even though we could make a profit on the situation, we end up losing. So, we didn't trade in either of these situations, and our total profit is still a nice $1,250. A very nice situation occurred at 2 p.m. It was preceded by a beautiful dynamic move down, the grab of short-term liquidity and the subsequent reversal. Although the move in question may seem very strong, it was obvious that traders only went to withdraw liquidity and then entered the market with long positions. The first strong buyers can be seen on this white candle. That indicated to us that the buyers were ready to buy. We also saw this come to pass later. An area of interest was formed and a nice entry signal was drawn in. There was not a single situation that prevented entry into the trade. Since there is no liquidity or any obstacle in the form of POC, we placed the take profit at a risk-reward ratio of 1:3. We placed the stop loss in the middle of the area of interest. Without a single hesitation, the price filled our take profit and we were able to enjoy another $750. In total, we had $2,000 in our account. I call these entries textbook entries because they are really so nice they belong in a trading textbook. The situation around 3 p.m. wasn't the prettiest, but it was negotiable. There was a liquidity withdrawal, there was no dangerous liquidity, and there was no obstacle. Thus, when an area of interest appeared, we expected the possibility of a sell signal to enter. When the sell signal appeared, we entered the trade and placed the stop loss at the upper boundary of the area of interest and took profit below the liquidity. Although the liquidity was not plotted here, it is good to visualize it here. The take profit at the risk-reward ratio distance was filled and we cashed in another $500. The area of interest that was drawn at 4 p.m. was after a long move sideways. To enter individual trades, we need the market to be moving and showing signs of dynamic movement. Thus, if the market is moving sideways for a long period of time, we do not seek out situations and we certainly do not enter them. The following area of interest also did not interest us due to this. No other situations were encountered on this currency pair. Since there are indeed enough situations in this video that are very important to go back and look at again, we will not be analyzing the next market. All in all, we had a very successful day today. We managed to trade 4 profitable trades worth $2,500 and no losing trades. If we had met the first phase of the FTMO challenge to raise capital, we would have met half of it from just one instrument. We trade many currency pairs. They include both major and minor, as well as exotic pairs. BOS Trader works very well on all of them. If you have looked this far, we have the promised know-how. Take a look at the situation on the right. We also discussed this situation in a previous analysis. So the important idea is this. If there is additional liquidity nearby, there is a significant risk that traders will come to collect this liquidity in the near term. Thus, it is always good to take this into account. We may not enter the position at all, or with less risk. That's all for today's video. If you liked the video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, and if you have any questions or a different perspective on the market, comment here. We'd love to talk to you about how you see these opportunities. Again, we'd like to reiterate that we'd love to have you join our Discord group. You can not only get a free trial there, but also many other useful things. Have a great time and we'll see you in the next video.